everyone, it's NonnaGrace, and I'm from Western New York. Today I got 2 eggs. Yesterday I got 3. So that's not bad, actually. At least I'm getting some. It's not a lot, but it's also still not 14 hours of daylight yet for the chickens, and it's still cold out. In fact, I put the puppy pad. I was listening to, or in my comments, I think it was put, Life with Patty said that she puts a puppy pad out for her puppy when it doesn't want to go out. And it's pretty cold, and Jake had a hard time the other day going outside. He slips if it's icy, and he stumbles. His backside doesn't seem like it wants to work right away, but then later in the day he's running like a puppy. So I don't know. He's just loosening up as the day goes on. But I did put puppy pads out for him because I bought them the other day. And he's used it today. He used it, and he used it yesterday. So he's getting the idea that he's allowed to do that, because normally I don't let him. So I told Jim I was teaching my dog naughty tricks, I guess. But in the summer when it's warm out, he'll go out when I go out, because he follows me wherever I go. He can always tell where I'm at. Today, how was your day? My day was like a mess. I had a mess. I had to clean up. First of all, I went out. The rooster was crowing for me, so I went outside and I gave them their scratch. And then I came back in and went to put the cover on, and I dropped the container. I had just filled the container, and I dropped it and spilled it all over the place. So I scooped up what I could, and what I couldn't scoop up, I decided I better just vacuum up. And thank goodness I have a dry vacuum cleaner where it's got a canister, and you can dump that. You have to dump the canister every time. So I dumped the canister in the chicken area so the chickens could eat the scratch, and then I vacuumed up. Then I moved my plants because my cactus that was blooming, it must be dropping droplets on the floor that are sticky from the blossoms. So I moved that, and when I went to move a little plant, the little plant was dry enough where the dirt, it fell right out of the dirt, and I had dirt all over the floor. So here I am vacuuming again. So I vacuumed, actually cleaned up a lot more than I planned to clean up. And as far as that puzzle goes, I got in 10 pieces. Can you believe that? 10 pieces. That's a lot, actually. Or was it 11? Maybe it was 11, because I got one earlier today.
Something like that, yeah.
It's really a difficult puzzle. The darn pieces are all the same shape. So like on other puzzles, you can sort of look and see, okay, I need one that's sort of shaped like this, and you look for it. But you can't do that on this one because they're all pretty much that shape, and they all fit in the same spot, except
Almost.
the color. The color doesn't look good, is what it is.
Yeah, and
so
the shapes are just enough different.
Just a hair difference. But boy, they're so darn close, it makes it hard. So Jim and I have been working on it. It's not very far, so when I get it done, I plan to keep this one up a little while. I'm not tearing it apart right away. In fact, I was thinking I probably should put numbers on the back of the thing, so in case I ever wanted to do it again, I could cheat. My mother used to put letters on the backs of our puzzles, so that if somebody, like, there's been times that the kids have actually dumped all the puzzles in the boxes, and the boxes have like, oh, I don't know, there may be 15, 20-piece puzzles, 30-piece puzzles, and they would dump them all together, and here you have to sort them, and the only way you could sort them before was you had to put them together. So I have letters on the back of them. If they all belong to the A puzzle, they're in this A box. And if they're a B puzzle, they belong in this B box. Like that I had it. But there's no number on the pieces to tell you which piece comes next. But I think I'm going to do that with this one, at least with the frame, with the frame of it, the border, because the border was really hard. It took us 2 days to just get the border. Well, it's a puzzle that's really pushing the limits. It's not an easy one, that's for sure, but it's going to be beautiful when it's done. And I really, really am enjoying it, even though I only got 10, 11 pieces together. It's not very many, but I did get them together. And every time you get one together, it's like, woohoo, I got one. You got a few, too.
I got a few. I don't know how many. I didn't keep track.
I kept track because it's like I because when he came home from work, I says, I've only found one piece today. And he goes, one piece? I go, yeah, that's all I found. But then later, when he was home, I walked up I walk away from it for a while, and when you come back, your eyes see things differently, and you find the pieces. So that's what we've been doing, walking in and out. And thank goodness I can leave it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We have the extra space. Whereas at my house, when I was home, we used to put a puzzle out on the dining room table, and then we had to put it away. We used to have it on cardboards. Carry the cardboards, and we used to slide them under our beds because we weren't allowed to put anything under our beds. But we could put the puzzle under the bed, only because there was nothing else under there. And so it was a place to store it until we could take it out again and put it back on the dining room table to work on it. And we always did our homework on the dining room table, and we always ate at the dining room table because we were a family of 8. So we always ate there, because the kitchen, you could eat probably 4 people comfortably, maybe 5. And then there wasn't enough room. So we used to always eat in the dining room. And we always had tablecloths on the table. And my sister, Lucy, used to spill the milk every single day. So we had a lot of tablecloths. And every day it was getting rinsed off. And hung up on the clothesline that was in the dining room. We had a clothesline in the dining room too, because the heat was in that room. When I was young, there was the pot-belly stove, and then as I got older, there was just the furnace grate, and it was a big furnace grate in the middle of the floor, or on the floor.
On the floor.
It was
in
on
the
the
floor.
edge. Yeah, it was big. It was a big grate.
But then after I met you, or before, your dad got a little wood stove again.
Yeah, and then he put that on top of the grate, and it was like, yeah, that's what life was like when I was growing up. So I hope you've had a great night. I'm all done chatting tonight. This is going to be long. Oh, good grief.
You thought it was going to be short.
I did. I said it's going to be a quick one. It's going to be so quick. Well, have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.